Okay. Now, one of the key things about visualizing data is creating action based on it. This is a screenshot from a SmartPost dashboard, and I use this as an example because it does something very specific. This actually shows a whole bunch of job boards that you might have posted to and what's been most effective. How many views have you gotten? How many apply attempts have you gotten? But that's not why I'm showing it to you, because it's interesting data, but how HR managers can use this data is as a backstop. So when the hiring manager says, you should be using DICE, and I'm mad because you're not using DICE, you're using computer jobs, they kind of take out this piece of paper. It's kind of an amulet, right? And they say, look, no, I have data, and it's pretty. See, graphs. This shows me that computer jobs works better. And then the backsliding stops. So HR doesn't have to basically cave to the hiring manager that's insisting to spend money that you know is a waste. Because I think too many times, we know that we're wasting in there too. That becomes a huge help. But that's a good example of how you use a report, how you use a visualization to create change. Proof of competence is a valid objective. You can put that on the grid. That's fine in there. Great visualizations are also clear, so you understand what it is, and there's not too many things on the page. Unfortunately, almost none of us probably have report designers on staff. Does anyone actually have a report designer on staff? That'd be cool on there. Yeah, it's an unfortunate job description. People had that job about 10 years ago. They don't exist anymore. They work for Cognos now, maybe, or something else. But one of the things to take a note of here is that I'm only reporting on 3 things. Okay? Sometimes we put so much stuff on a page that people just don't know where to look. We're not. Most of us are not professional designers. Maybe in that quadrant, there's actually some professional designers, but none of us are professional designers on reporting. Keeping it simple. It doesn't have to look like this. Make it 3 charts in Excel. It doesn't matter. But keep it simple. That will help your users understand what you're trying to show them. Okay. How many of you actually have company-wide dashboards? There's kind of operational performance sort of things. Okay. In those circumstances, sometimes all you have to do is make sure that HR has a seat at the dashboard table. Just commit to 2 things and get that on the dashboard. In terms of being taken seriously, if you're not being taken seriously by executives, now if you're not on the one thing that senior executives are looking at almost every day, you got a problem. You want to be on that dashboard and gain some visibility to at least the priorities that the company is talking about. So it's kind of like a little wrap up to this as well. I think in following some of these methodologies, what started as poorly aligned information, poorly aligned metrics, you can convert that to showing managers what they need. That's the before and after event. If you had data that was not tied to outcomes before, the goal is to try to get them to make meaningful business decisions from that information. How can I create an outcome and make that outcome stick to the organization? Okay? Well, if I haven't scared you off from using Excel completely because of spreadsheets being wrong, hopefully maybe one more data point will be right now after the meeting today, so that you can actually take a look at your processes and see if there is a way to give people more confidence on how we're using our information. Okay? And once they get the more confidence, the trust in HR that was eroding is actually strengthened now, so people can act on the information in there as well. Okay, so it's an aspiration, but it's kind of a decent one in there as well. Okay, that's the whole deck. This is some of I think we're giving the electronic version of some of these slides too. Some of the books that are kind of relevant in this, in the BI HR world, if you're interested in reading up more about them. There's a lot of folks that are very good in this. We are all in the baby step arena when it comes to human resources reporting. And that doesn't mean that we're not sophisticated in there, but there's so much more that we can be doing. And I think in the next few years, the message that I've been hearing from CEOs is, you got a little while not that long before I expect your data and your reporting to look like my financial business intelligence or my operational business intelligence as well. So we're on the hook, and we've been given notice that soon executives are really going to start caring about our talent performance data. And the goal is to try to help prep us before we get there. Cool. So questions, ideas, concerns? Does anyone want to show them how to delete Excel for their system or anything? Cool. Anything? Good. Cool. Well, guys, thank you very much.